want to share a couple things that help me out when I'm creating a class in Google Classroom. So here we go. Now, this is a brand new class. You probably have other classes, but I'm just going to start from scratch and let me know if this is helpful. So I'm going to create an assignment and I'm going to call it quotation and some instructions that if it will let me. Okay, so I'm asking you for your response. And this is the document, by the way, that I created. It sort of looks like a hyperdoc, but I still need to write some links for some extension activities in here. But I wanted to show you what I'm talking about when in the presentation about the quote. So going back to our classroom. Okay, so I've got the little extra instructions. I've got the title, and over here on the right, I can see that table for four for all students. Yes, 100 points. Just for giggles, we'll leave it like that. And there's no due date for now. The topic, I need to create a topic, and I'm going to call it about, how about just quotation responses, because I actually like to hear what the students think when I have my own reading or writing class, what they think about various quotations. So here we go. I'm not going to attach a rubric. I'm not going to check for plagiarism right now because this is just your response. So as I click over here in the middle from the drive, I'm going to look for the document I just created. Okay, there it is. And so now this is where the interesting part is that you may want to really think about. So now I want you, since you're only four students, I want you four to be able to respond and look at what each other writes. And so you can take this as seriously as you'd like. But you may not want your students to see what the other writes, or you may not want them to give them the opportunity to make a mistake and write over what someone else has written, things like that. So I've structured the document so that it has a line for each name, but depending upon the age of your students, that may be helpful or maybe not. So if you want all the students to edit the same file, then you would choose the second option. If you want them just to look at it, you would choose the first option, and they can look at it and do a response somewhere else, perhaps in a little paper and pencil journal that they have. Or you can make a copy for each student. The nice thing about that is it will automatically go in their drive, especially if they're using a Chromebook, and you will automatically have a copy for them. Now, I could choose down here at the bottom, I could choose create a document, but right now I want you all to edit the same file since, again, you just four students. And I could also, in my assignments, link or upload, and I'm going to click create. I could create a blank document, or just on the fly, I could say, I want to create a drawing, and you're going to draw your response to what you think the quote means. All right. So here's that. Over here under assignment, under assign, the green button, I can schedule it, or I can save it as a draft or discard this draft. So the nice thing is, if I know I want to do this again with a different quote, I can change it up. I can save a draft and then assign it later on. I could schedule it. I know I want it to happen next week, right when we get back from a field trip. So I want them to calm down and focus on the the thoughts that I'm guiding them with here. So these are very helpful. And so right now I'm going to assign it to all my students. And there it is. So I'm closing this. So all the assignments are done. If I have multiple classes, if I have three or four sections of the same class, I can assign it to each of those sections. But since I just have the one right now, it just went to the one class. So I look at the stream here, and now I have a welcome message. I have a new assignment, which goes to the top of the stream for all the students to see the changes. And the only other video I plan on doing is to customize your banner. So you may want to do that and customize it for your classroom. Thank you, and let me know in the forum if you have any questions.